Welcome back, everybody. My name is Eric. Welcome back to Bald Nation Adventures. Today we're going to do a piece of work on the van. We're going to install something that's desperately needed. Stay tuned. Back to Bald Nation Adventures. We had a failure on the motorcycle a while back that left me stranded, and we had to call on friends from church who had a truck to pull our trailer. Well, today we're going to take care of that problem so we can take care of ourselves. We got a hitch in this box here. I'll do an unboxing here. Ordered from eTrailer.com. This will be the second hitch I ordered from this group, and the first one was easy to install. We'll see how this one is. Let's get into it. So far, I see a hitch and another box in here. Pretty well packaged in there. This is a Class 3 receiver hitch. Ordered this from eTrailers.com. I'll put a link in the description to them. As I mentioned before, this is the second hitch that I've ordered from these folks. This is a draw tight. They sold two varieties: the draw tight or a Kurt. I chose the draw tight because I like the aesthetic of after it's mounted. Really, all you can see is the receiver sticking below the bumper. The Kurt, you saw the whole bar and everything hanging below the bumper, and I just didn't care for that. All the hardware and everything is in this pack right here. Ordered the trailer wiring kit that comes with a flat 4 plug. This is supposed to be a plug-and-play kit, so there's no splicing required. eTrailers.com, they have videos, installs for all of their hitches on YouTube and on their website, and they make it look really easy. So we're going to go through it today. We're going to get this installed. Let's get to it. As you can see, we got our van up on our ramps, and I put jack stands under there just because I don't 100% trust those stamped steel ramps. So we put our jack stands under there just to give it a little extra support. All right, as you can kind of see here, we've got a fiber cover underneath that we got to take off. And we got some plastic nuts here that we got to take off, some old plastic clips and nuts and bolts, and we've got a heat shield that we're going to be taking off. We are going to have to take the exhaust loose from its hangers back here and up front here just a little ways, just so it'll drop down and get out of the way. So that'll be so we can access the frame rails, frame the unibody rails that will be the mounting points for the hitch. got the cover off, and we have exposed our body rail on the driver's side. There's another one just like this on the passenger side. It's just obscured by the muffler, so I'll show you over here. We have these holes here. Got this square hole here, and then these two holes here, I believe, are the holes that I will be using to attach the to mount the hitch to. We're going to be using a fish wire system to get the bolts in place. So now we've got our heat shield off. We've got our exhaust two hangers removed, or not removed, but it's free from the two hangers, this one and this one back here. All right, we got the hardware bag dug out. As I mentioned before, this is draw tight. It is a max gross trailer weight of 4,500 pounds. Or that's carrying weight. With the weight distribution hitch, it's 5,000 pounds. Max tongue weight is 675 pounds. That exceeds, I believe that exceeds the towing capacity of my van. So I should have no problem towing up to the max towing capacity of my van, which I have no intentions of doing anyway, but you just never know. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be fishing our mounting hardware through those holes in the body. We've got our fishing wires right here provided. One of our bolts. Just going to thread it on. Thread it onto the wire like so. Got two of these big lugs, I guess you call them. And we got four smaller ones. I believe the smaller ones go to the back, and the two big ones go towards the front of the car, the front of the van. This is not a one-person job, so I've got some help. This is Bryce. My son, he's 11, he's going to be 12 this year. He's going to help me. Let's start on the driver's side, because that's the side that's easiest to access. So go ahead and roll over here, take this into the wire. See this big square hole here? Feed the end of the wire up that hole and back towards this side, back towards the back. Okay, good job. Alright, so now we can run this whole thing up in. First thing we gotta do is that up in there, like that. Like that. Just like that. Now we're going to do that one more time. Oh, there you go. Alright, so now put the plate, pull it back out and pull the plate up off of the bolt. Or I'll hold this so it doesn't push that plate up into the hole first.
Just like that. This last one, you gotta push the bolt up in first, and then the plate second. Alright, so there's our bolts sticking through our holes on the driver's side. Alright, there's one in. 2 more to go. 3 in there. Maybe you can see them up there. Bryce did all 3 of those himself. What do you think? You look thrilled. We got that thing bolted up. We just got to tighten her up. What do you think, bud? Was that easy? Sure. They're tight. Now it's time to start. Now it's time to put the wiring in. We got that hitch bolted up. That's how she looks. After she's bolted up tight, ready to rock. All you can really see is the receiver hole, and that's what I wanted. All right, we're on the driver's side, and in order to get access to the wiring for the tail, run, brake, turn, we take the taillight housings off. It takes a T30 bit, Torx 30, T30, and it's kind of a long stretch back in there, so you gotta make do with, you don't have a long enough screwdriver to get down in there easily, so you gotta make do with what you got. So we'll take these 2 Torx screws out. The rear tail light should just pull straight back and out when we can undo the wiring harness, and repeat the same process on the passenger side. Tab here on the harness. It's pushed down, you got to pull that up, and then you squeeze in on right below that harness, or right below that tab, and that'll release the plug. You can pull it out of the housing, set the housing into the back of your car. Repeat the same process for the other side. Alright, so we've got the wiring harness kind of unwound a little bit here. So the out of the transformer box here is a white wire. That's going to be the ground wire that we're going to screw to the body to ground it. It comes with a black wire here that's stripped on this end. That big bundle of black wire that came in the pack, we're going to crimp onto this end, and that's going to be our power that goes up to the battery. Then we've got a bundle of green wires with green and white plugs on this side. This is going to go to the passenger side. And we've got yellow and brown wires with a bundle of plugs and wires on the end. That's for our driver's side, so that's the one that we're going to start with. And then we've got our, it's still wound up nice, but we've got our trailer plug, our trailer wire, that's going to come to the middle here and go into our mounting bracket. Next thing is to go under the car and fish this side up through into our taillight housing here, so that we can plug into the factory wiring harness. Under the van, and right there is our bolt, and we'll tie onto it. So my neighbor's mowing his yard again. It's Saturday, what do you expect? Alright, so now we're gonna fish this whole mess up through that tiny little spot in the body. Just gonna tie it on to the shorter side here. There we go. See what we get. Alright. My neighbor's done mowing his yard, blowing and everything, so hopefully we should be good there. And I've had lunch. We're ready to keep going on this wiring. Alright, so this wiring is kicking my butt. So I tried fishing that plug up through the bodywork, and there was no way I was getting it up there. I don't know how they did it on the video. eTrailers.com has installation videos for this wiring harness as well, and they show fishing that plug up through the bodywork. I don't know how they did it. I don't have the patience for it, I guess. I don't know. So I just cut and soldered and spliced it together. Obviously it's not done. I've got heat shrink on here. That's my solution. I'll see you on the other side. Driver's side is done. Finally, time to move on to the passenger side. Passenger side was a lot easier and a lot quicker because it was one wire and it was a lot easier to get to. Alright, so install this. Put this back together, and then we'll move on to the front. This project is going about typical for my projects. What should take a couple hours in a day takes up the entire day. Typical for my projects.
started under the hood here. So to make the connection to the battery is right here under this air intake. So this air intake, battery's under here. There's a jump start post right here, and that's what I'm going to tie into for the battery connection. So to access all that and get my wires where I need them and want them, I need to minor disassembly. Easily pull up on this tunnel, air intake. Just pull it off, easy. Now E-Trailer's install video for making this connection to the battery, they come right through here between the or under the air intake and zip tie the wire off. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go around on the other side between the fuse box and the air filter, and then come around. Got plenty of wire plus this yellow wire in here, so I'm not concerned about having an extra loop just to keep the wire away from the heat of the engine. Their install video, they also started from the back and worked forward. I'm going the other way, obviously. Okay, that connection's made, and the wire is down there. Next step is go under the car and run the wire clear to the back. Last thing, wiring wise, I gotta make this ground connection. Now all I need to do is run the 4-wire plug over. Just need to run this over. I need to install the bracket and then put the fuse in the battery, and everything will be done other than putting back all the under panels and the heat shields and stuff, and that's gonna happen next. I don't know if any of you guys watch Shade Tree Surgeon. He's a motorcycle YouTuber. Watch him every so often. Translated it every week. But he had a video out recently, a couple weeks ago. Life is harder when you're stupid. That's kind of how I feel when I'm doing projects like this that should only take a few hours. It could take all frickin' day, and have to break out tools like a soldering iron that wasn't required, wasn't on the tools list. Got the bracket on, got my trailer plug mounted here. So the only thing left, I got the wire zip tied up just for tonight. Tomorrow I'll put the covers back on under here. Only thing left for tonight is put the fuse up front and start it up and see if we pop a circuit, pop a break or something. Let's hope we don't. I know it's dark and you can't see nothing, but it's a 15 amp fuse that goes in that yellow
yellow fuse holder that we installed a little bit ago. Lights come on. It started. I don't see any blinking lights or hear any dinging bells. Tells me something's wrong. Let's go see if the taillights work. They seem to be. Yeah. We got driver's side turn signal. I'm just double checking the car stuff. Yep. All right. So we're still good. I'm assuming brake lights work. Yep. Yep, brake lights work.